fun. Don't you fret with our DJ Rich Rockwell and Terrio. Don't miss a beat. Each episode's a journey where we laugh and we cheer. So strap in tight, folks. The show's pumped up here. Rich Rockwell, the morning vibe, feel that beat. With the whole world tuning in, let the laughter compete. Football plays, wrestling tales, it's all about the zest. This show is for the people, man. We're bringing out best. Yeah, man, we're bringing out best. Yeah, man, we're bringing out best. Yeah, I said we're bringing out best. Why?
Early! Shit, it's early! Morning! For the people! It's Patrick.
Wake up, sunshine, and time to rise and grind. Coffee brewing, Rich Rockwell's on my mind. Mics are high, got that energy flowing. DJ in the booth, and the laughter keeps growing. Wrestling announcer spitting lines so quick, like with a football game. And he's a play-by-play slick. Torch in his hand, now he's running the show. Funny man vibes, got that endless flow. Guests lined up, bring them one by one. From the ring to the field, oh, this day's just begun. Rich Rockwell, the morning vibe, feel that beat. With the whole world tuning in, let the laughter compete. Football plays, wrestling tales, it's all about the zest. This show is for the people, man, we're bringing our best. Yeah, I step up bringing our best. So, we're bringing our best. So, we're bringing our best. Yeah. From local legends to stars on the ride.
When you see them, cause they're so real. Already know exactly how you feel. See the head, not like seeing a steeple. You damn well know they're one of the people. Nobody breaks us, nobody made us. And no one can take this cause we got their fix. We are the people, we are the people, we are the people. Don't mess with us.
Oh yeah, we're back. Happy Monday morning, everybody. How you doing?
Like David Chappelle, can you turn my mic up with just a little taste?
You need yours up some. There you go.
Because I can't never hear myself talk, and that's not glorious.
Good morning. How's everybody doing? What's up, little doggy? What's up, Tackle? Yeah, little doggy says he's being a little impatient today. He was our first coming. He said 1 minute late.
Hold on, in the word, well, let me say we love you, doggy, in his words. Mike smokes all season. Spicy, chili lime.
Well, we are
Antsy.
we are back from the weekend and the long week that was spring break week.
And no kidding. Thank you, God. Those kids are back in school.
Man, I was in line at 7 a.m. this morning, like, y'all open the doors. Let's go. Kids are back in school. Come on.
Let's get this train moving.
Right. Jax was like, we're early, Dad. I'm like, it's okay. You'll be fine.
You'll get time to go to breakfast.
Yeah. No, we waited. But yeah, as soon as 7:15, we were like second car in line. Have a good day.
Love you, son. Get out of my car.
Love you. See you later. Bye. How was your weekend, man?
It was nice and uneventful.
Yeah.
I've been so dead
Somehow that
before.
doesn't surprise me.
Got high a few times, but you know.
Right. What about you, Trevian? What's up with you, man?
I went to work.
Yeah?
Yep.
I hear you guys got some big things coming up there this week, huh?
Yeah, this Thursday we got some big news. We're having a buy one get one free special for burritos and bowls.
Okay. All right, man. That's going to be, burritos and bowls. Buy one, get one free over at where? Moe's Southwest, you said?
Yes, Moe's Southwest Grill,
North Little Rock.
North
Okay.
Little Rock, next to Kroger's.
Okay. All right.
Did you tell your boss she knew me?
What?
Did you tell your boss you knew? Did you tell your boss?
He said hi.
Okay, yeah. He remember who I was?
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
said, come on Thursday and get a buy one,
He said
get
the
one
gas
burrito.
station employee.
Yo, not. Yeah, no, I was. Yeah, I was actually the gas station boss.
Oh, okay. Oh, well.
No, he's a good dude. I mean, the cool thing is like it's kind of cool because like we knew each other from then, but we're both doing different shit.
Right.
So,
Right.
oh, you tell me I ain't the gas station guy no more. I do a whole. I'm a lot bigger than that now. So you know. Man, so what we got going? Wait, hold on. Wait a minute.
Hang on. Go ahead. Go for it.
We always ask people, what did you? Okay, before this weekend, of course, you know I was busy twice. I love being busy twice. I love the double busyness. And then also the show on Sunday was freaking awesome.
Yeah.
The animatronic show, I never thought I would see something like that. We do have video, which we will have the video ready either for tomorrow's show, or we'll do it for. I'll send it to you for Wednesday's show, Rich.
Yeah.
Show it, but we'd have a video footage of it. It was awesome. He's always asking us guys, Rich,
Yo.
how was your weekend and what did you do?
Man, it was quite a lot of fun. Sorry, hang on here one second. I'm trying to. They're saying, and I'm seeing here that we are coming in real
low,
for
real
some
quiet.
reason, man. Let me see what's going on here. Can you go ahead and hold down the fort, man? Keep talking. For a minute.
You want me to keep talking?
We're good at it.
And say somehow I don't think that's a problem.
Hey, but we got our own thing. But that's a heavy. Okay. No, but the show was awesome. Y'all didn't get a chance to come out. They actually did it from the hardware store. They did it on Ritchie Road by the water park,
Oh, okay, yeah.
the baseball diamond.
Yeah,
Bro.
I think I did see you out there.
Those cookies, they sold so many freaking cookies.
I bet.
Because you had to buy the cookie to get into it. But it was awesome because it was like the kids' park was next door to it.
Right.
There was a couple having a birthday party. So they literally this whole little area was like jumping.
Mm-hmm.
I never seen it move that like that. But dude, they had the Cobra was amazing. The Cobra was awesome. It didn't spit the smoke. But dude, this thing was like sitting there, like I want to say like maybe 7 foot tall. And this was like moving around. Then they had like the elephants, the rat, the dinosaurs, and the elephant. So it was worth it. They had VR.
Nice.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, they had VR stuff. They had face painting for the kids. They had Jackson's favorite spot, which was a little sand pit. So, but all in all, it was a pretty good experience. We had a couple people knew who we were. Rich got himself out of his comfort zone and actually talked to people.
There you go.
No, he never freaking goes out. And so when people are like, yeah, I've heard of Corey. I said, oh, dude, goes, yeah. One guy's like, yeah, I know who that guy is.
Well,
Like,
that's good.
dude, it's like, man, it's like, but we got to get him out of the house more. That's the thing he always asks why people don't go and people know you. So that's one thing we got to do. But guys, all in all, so you said got a sale this week on, what is it? Is it just everything or just burritos, tacos? What is it all?
We got a special for the buy one, get one free will be for burritos. Any kind of burritos, the home record, the original.
Wait. The home record?
The only difference is it's got guacamole on it. That's the only difference.
Why is it a home? I know what when I grew up a home record mean, but a home record burrito because it got guacamole in it.
Yeah, that's the only difference.
That's the only difference.
Yeah,
Yeah. But it's a home record. You think it has something special in it, like
that is the special.
Extra grease.
like a piece of tuna or something in it. It's a home record. You get it? You have something. I mean, so the females can order the sausage version. The man can order the fish version. Let's keep it real. It's called the home.
And then the wrapping it comes in as a G-string.
Hey Joe, edible wrapper. An edible wrapper. You can eat the wrapper. Just keep it. He's like, what the hell?
This did not go the way I planned.
I don't know what is going on here, man. I really don't know what is going on with our
What,
sound.
can they not hear us today?
Yeah, apparently not. Right, I'm not
That's
sure.
that's that SpongeBob.
Everything is sounding weird. Little Doggy says it's called a home wrecker because it causes bed farts.
Oh, thanks. See, Doggy. Okay, see, Dog. Hey, thanks, Doggy. It's weird that I'm cool with the dude that run the damn place. And man, you know what? Seriously, I got fun when he works. You know what, bro? We need to do our own location.
We need to do it on location. Is
At
that what you said?
seriously, at Moe's, go up there like have a meal.
Man, I agree.
I know the guy. I can sit down and talk to him. You know, like, what's up, bro? Like, we want to come in. And I
Right.
was like, yeah, I heard you got a sleazy, slimy, pimple-infested employee in the back that like drinking the grease with a straw.
All right. Let's try this real quick. Hang on, yeah, because it's still being too low here. So, all right, we're gonna try and just reset everything.
We'll be right back.
Right back.
Underneath the neon lights, we weave our way through.
And it keeps on.
All right, let's see. Check. Nope. It's still not registering loud on there. That's the problem. Blah, 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 blah. Right, and now we lost. Oh. All right, how are we doing now? I mean, we're just gonna have to try and yeah. It says music is loud like normal. I'm not quite sure. I'll have to look at it a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But everything is maxed out on the board here, so yeah, I don't know. We'll have to try that out and see what's going on. All right, everybody. Well, welcome. How's everybody doing? As we were saying, yeah, you were talking about the Moe's and what happened this weekend. This weekend for me, yeah, man. Let's see. Saturday was kind of a what was I doing Saturday? Now I was trying to remember. I know Sunday we were over at the Wild Adventure Zoo thing right here in Cabot. And yeah, very weird. I don't know what's going on with the sound. I've even got it maxed out on the computer. But yeah, man, we went over to that Wild Adventure Zoo thing. We did our meet and greet out there. That was a lot of fun. Met some cool people and hopefully some new fans of the show. So yeah, it was a good time, man. I mean, it was it was fun for kids. I can definitely see where kids got it. It didn't take like a long time to go through or anything, but.
It was fun for kids and single daddies.
Right. There you go, man. Hey, I wasn't complaining.
Yeah, I know you would. I know you would complain.
All right, let's get into some news you can use here. We gotta get the show on the road here. We do have a.
Real quick, I stop about something.
What's up?
It was I Heart Cookies, right?
Yeah.
Hey, I'm gonna be honest. You can go buy cookies and see some cookies. That's all.
Let's dive into some news you can use here. TSA officers are still calling out sick. Even after Trump's directive to pay them, TSA officers have been calling out sick in large numbers at airports across the country. Even after President Trump signed an order directing the Department of Homeland Security to begin paying them, the workers have gone without paychecks for 44 days, the longest government shutdown in U.S. history, stemming from a standoff between Democrats and Republicans over how federal immigration agents have been operating. On Saturday, more than 10% of all scheduled TSA workers called out sick nationwide. In addition to calling out from work, more than 500 officers have quit since the funding crisis began in mid-February.
Can't blame them.
Right. I don't either. Says Trump signed a directive Friday telling his newly confirmed DHS secretary to find funds with a connection to TSA operations to get workers paid. The TSA officers should begin seeing money as early as today.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, man, they certainly deserve it. Iran's parliament speaker delivered a defiant message yesterday saying his country is ready and waiting for American troops to attempt a ground invasion. He accused the United States of publicly seeking negotiations while secretly drawing up plans for a ground assault, and warned that Iranian fighters were prepared to face U.S. soldiers if they set foot on Iranian soil. His comments came hours after the Washington Post reported the Pentagon had already drafted plans for weeks of ground operations in Iran, stopping short a full-scale invasion. President Trump has publicly said he's not sending ground troops into Iran, though he added that he would not announce it publicly if he were.
No.
13 U.S. service members have been killed since the conflict began, with 2 more deaths from non-combat causes. I got to agree with him there. Like, if anything, he has definitely been one president that, like, even that reporter came out. I forget what the question was, but there was a reporter that asked him a question last week, and he was like, even if there was a plan, like, I'm not going to tell you until after the plan has been, set forth, until after it's basically, started already.
Well, yeah, they got satellites. They got American TV.
Can the people see us?
Nope.
It's Monday,
There
man.
we go.
All I can say is this. Y'all talking about taco, right?
Right.
Okay, now all I'm going to say is this. I ain't got nothing to say.
Deaf and blind.
My mama said you can't say nothing nice. Don't say nothing at all. All I can say is I love tacos, but as of recently, the last couple of years, I just started hating them. The tacos make me throw up.
Right. I can get that, man. Well, March Madness, the Final Four is set. A little bit of sports news here.
Wait, Arkansas's in it?
No.
I didn't think, like I said, when all y'all was talking that mess, you should have dropped that money. Like I said, I told you they weren't. I'm gonna stop.
Well, it's still
I knew it.
there's still one team that's very involved in it.
Oh,
Michigan destroyed Tennessee 95-62. Go Blue! On Saturday in Indianapolis, grab that belt, show it off with pride, man. There you go. Hail! Hey, oh no!
that's how they're gonna be the champions.
Arizona took down number 2 Peru. Illinois smacked around Iowa. Michigan got past Tennessee, and UConn rallied to upset number 1 Duke 73-72.
Is Iowa
Yeah.
gone?
Yeah. Illinois knocked him out.
So who's left?
So you got Arizona, Illinois, Michigan, and UConn.
UConn or Arizona.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why I say that.
Okay.
Arizona's the one that knocked us out.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah, they are. Yep.
College sports recycle. And if you watch any of these bowl games for football or in the basketball games,
Right.
you notice the same 10 teams rotate through years. For a long time, it was UCLA for basketball. A long time. Then all of a sudden, you got places like Kentucky, Arizona. So, like Arizona, UConn, these are proverbial favorites that are always there every single freaking year.
Right.
Football, the same thing. The playoffs football's not the same if Alabama, Alabama, Oklahoma, what else? USC, Florida, Miami, all those teams. Like,
Yeah.
So it's like I seen this coming. And Iowa, I'll be honest, Iowa and Arkansas, honestly, with the 2 teams I thought could really cause a lot of damage if they were able to make it past this round.
Okay. All right.
I'll be honest. With Arkansas's coaching, I actually thought they were going to do something. I really did.
Yeah. I mean, dude, not to take away anything from him, because, I mean, clearly, like, John Calipari, dude. I would say for sure in the next few years, we're going to have. Sorry, I was just trying to mess with some settings there, man. Fatality. Right? Now we're all deaf.
I'm already deaf anyway, so I was the one that didn't move. It's from years and years of having 15s in the back of your car,
Right.
beating hard, so I'm used to it.
I really don't know what is going on with it, but thank y'all for dealing with it. What's up, Eric Bowmaster from?
Methalonia, Virginia.
It's Midlothian.
Hey, Midlothian, Methalonian, it's all the same place.
He might take offense to that.
I'm sorry, Eric. As long as we know you're from Virginia.
Let's see what else we going on. Oil prices, as if we all, haven't felt the pinch hard enough.
Yeah.
They're approaching $120 a barrel. Oil prices are up to their highest level in about 2 weeks. We all know why. We all know what's going on. Doesn't mean we're happy about it, and it sucks. I mean,
Taco on it. So
Right.
So I try to watch the stats when I can. Taco is in the agreement right now with a couple of countries.
okay.
And right now, no, this is no bull. They're going to settle out. If he decides to settle with ceasefire and everything, they're looking at settling out to some of these countries at $500 freaking bucks a barrel.
Dang, man.
Y'all know how much gas is going to be for us?
It's going to be like $20 a gallon, man.
Yeah,
What
that's
you mean? I'm not.
ridiculous.
Hey, I'm Fred Flint. Hey, right now I got a new business. It's called the Flintstone way. Come to me and I will rip the bottom of your car out. and you too can have the first model of the new upgraded Flintstone car.
There you go,
We're
man.
gonna need them. We're gonna need them. Your feet gonna be thick as hell. Them soles gonna be thick.
What's up, David Murphy? Yeah, sorry about that loud squelch there. I don't even know where that came from, man.
What's up, Murph?
What up?
That's my boy, old David Murphy. That's my homie, old Dave.
Absolutely, man. Michigan made it into the news recently, not only, of course, just for the Final Four for the NBA. A semi-truck driver got busted thanks to drawing attention to himself while crossing Michigan's Mackinac Bridge. Michigan State Police says Eric Korosik was arrested on a laundry list of charges, including having 2 open containers of alcohol in the semi-truck.
That's nothing new.
Yeah, that's real brilliant.
And a bunch of illegal weapons, including 15 double-edged knives, 3 that were equipped with brass knuckle handles, 2 throwing stars, 2 additional sets of brass knuckles, 5 loaded pistols, 1 loaded rifle, a shotgun, and a partridge on a pear tree. No, 1 large double-edged sword with a 32-inch blade.
What you need all that for, bro?
Right?
Well, I mean, this fool, he literally can drive your groceries across the country, drink 2 or 3 beers while walking backwards, can play ninja assassin, Marine SEAL, and Army enforcer all at one time. Hey, Turkey, is this you? wait a minute, is that Turkey? That gotta be Turkey hiding. That's Turkey, ain't it? They caught Turkey, didn't they? That's who it is, isn't it?
That's it, man.
Yeah, they caught Turkey.
That's it, man. You figured it out. Vice President J.D. Vance says he's obsessed with UFOs and believes aliens are actually demons. The VP discussed his views on UFOs in an interview with conservative commentator Benny Johnson released Friday. The conversation turned to UFOs, and Vance admitted that he was obsessed with them when he first took office, sharing, "I don't think they're aliens, I think they're demons," but that's a longer discussion. Vance also said, "We're working on it," when asked if he was going to release all of the government's UFO files.
Working on the cover-up or working on getting us information?
That is the right question there, Travian. Yeah.
Well, you got to remember the trail they're laying. So, if we're not gonna get the Steam files, why would we get these files, man?
Right.
Just let's go ahead and make sure we clear everything out that has anything to do with fucking us and put them out. So, Joe, they're gonna really find out me and Joe really aliens.
Well, see.
We just came to the planet to visit to, give y'all some comedy in life, and we getting the fuck out of here. Joe,
Getting on the mothership.
Joe, let me get the mothership ready, baby. I'm ready. You ready?
Yeah, oh yeah. Let's go somewhere.
Don't worry, Travion. We'll take you. Hey, Joe, we can take Travion. Somebody gotta put the fuel in the tank.
Right.
We'll stop at an interstellar gas station, and we'll let him out. His little spacesuit. You walk on in. You'll pay 2,000 Kaburkles, and then come back.
The burgles.
Dang, gas even high up here, yo.
Yeah.
Right. Lisa on Facebook. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I apologize. Everybody on Facebook saying we can't hear either. We are trying to work on it. I don't know why, because usually every other time
Hold on, wait a
we're
minute.
blowing everybody out.
Lisa, mind your business. who is this Lisa person?
It's Lisa Hill, man.
I
You
don't-
tell us who Lisa is.
I don't have no recollection. Stop stalking me, Miss Hill.
I tell you what, man. Let's do this here. I apologize that we're not going to get to cover more news, but I don't want to miss this, and I do kind of want to work in the background and see what's going on with the sound. We had a chance yesterday to sit down with Soleil Hartwell, man.
Yes.
Local author, right here in Arkansas, right here in Little Rock, man. Just has released her book. The what's up?
Wait a minute. We having problems today? That interview. The interview.
Oh, the interview.
Hey, this problem with Rich started yesterday.
I hope this doesn't blow everybody's eardrums out. Cover, you might want to turn your phone down.
A bullshit? A bullshit? A bullshit. A bullshit.
Amateur hour around around here. I'm telling you, I don't know what in the hell's going on.
Wait a minute, y'all, and there's only one person controlling the board.
Right, right.
Y'all.
All right, let's get down to this interview. Soleil Hartwell, local author, great interview, y'all. Definitely listen in for this. Was an absolute awesome interview. Here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rich and the People, where we don't just talk to people, we get in. Before we start that, yeah, you will see a picture of that. At first, we had a problem with some of the video as we were recording the interview. I promise, normally we're a lot better than this. I don't know, apparently Monday after spring break and everything just went out the window. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Rich and the People, where we don't just talk to people, we get into the story behind the story.
That's right.
Today's guest is not just an author. She's a leader, a survivor, and someone who turned real-life adversity into purpose. She's an educator with 2 master's degrees in leadership, a former public school principal, and someone who has worked with Fortune 500 companies, helping people grow into what they're meant to be, man. She's absolutely amazing.
I didn't know all that.
Let me tell you, though, what really stands out to me is her journey. From navigating teen pregnancy, foster care, and homelessness, to becoming a voice of faith, transformation, and identity. She's now telling those stories through her book, The Prophecy of Harbor Joe Chrisley. Please welcome to Rich and the People, Soleil Hartwell. Soleil, how you doing? Thank you. So much for joining us today. How are you doing?
For having me. I'm doing well. I'm happy to be here.
Absolutely. Now, one thing that I do want to point out, because I felt like you would definitely have a kind of, it was just right up your alley.
You did this on purpose.
I did. I mean,
okay,
I'm not going to lie.
Here's the weird thing, okay? Before the interview gets going, from the guys I used to hang out with, they called me, said I was a living embodiment of the purpose. What was that movie with Will Smith?
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah. So the rest of my church took me to see that, and I just cried. I was a homeless single dad that had nothing. So I have a business now. So for Rich to do this is so amazing because my book is called The Man in the Broken Glass. We'll get into that later. But this is awesome.
I thought it would be a great connection for you two.
Good job.
Absolutely. And even better, since you mentioned that, Soleil is actually right here in Little Rock. She lives right here in Arkansas.
What?
We'll have to catch up sometime.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's get this interview going. I'm interested. Let's go.
Right, let's go ahead and start. So, Soleil, most people, usually they want to tell their success story. Not many people talk about how their identity was shaped in survival mode. Who were you becoming during those hardest seasons, before success ever showed up?
I like to consider myself resilience personified. And so that's what I was becoming. And I didn't know it at the time. And when I was going through those things, I used to think that I got out without a scratch, because I wasn't on drugs. I got the degrees and I went to college and all the statistics were wrong. And it wasn't until I went to therapy that I found that my scratches were just underneath the surface. So I wasn't an alcoholic or in prison, but I did have some scars from that. But it was for me to tell my story to help and inspire other people, to empower other people, and to give other people the permission to self-liberate themselves from their situation. I have to look in the mirror and I tell myself, nobody's coming to save you, Right. And so you have to be able to save yourself. But sometimes we just need the inspiration. We just need to see someone that's done it to inspire us to do the same things. And so one time, because I'm a motivational speaker and teacher and everything, so one time I was going to do this session and facilitate the session. And I was like, Lord, should I incorporate my story in there, my testimony? And he told me, Jessica, which is I should have revealed that. That's my legal name. Jessica, your testimony is the most powerful thing that you have.
Absolutely.
And sharing it since then.
Absolutely. Speaking about your testimony, would you share it with us?
Yes. So I've written 2 books, and my first one was nonfiction. This book here, the prophecy of Harbor Joe Chrisley, is a fiction book, but my nonfiction book is entitled Born a Code Blue,
Oh.
31 Reflections to Success and Growth, Relational Growth. So I call myself Born a Code Blue because since birth, like I was born and it was tragic just being born because one dad, he thought I was his child and I wasn't. And so I didn't meet my father, I think, until I was like 5 years old, and he wanted a DNA test because it's almost like, I just come out of the blue. And then, my upbringing was in rural Arkansas, and it was the perfect childhood, but my mother became addicted to crack cocaine. She was trying to sell it, and she got addicted on her own supply. And so from there, our life has just been a roller coaster. And so we would spend some time in Arkansas for 2 years. She would try to get clean. We would go to St. Louis for 2 years. She would try to get clean, just back and forth. And during that time, at 12 years old, I ended up becoming pregnant, and I kept that secret for like 6 months.
Wow.
And my grandmother actually revealed my secret. My three greats, my great grandmother, she was still alive and she hadn't seen me. And she revealed that to my mother, that one of her daughters was pregnant and she had not seen me, but she was absolutely correct. And from there, just more turmoil happened, having a baby. By the time she was born, I was 13 years old.
Right.
And we didn't even have formula to feed her. And so we didn't have a house, and you have all the government assistance, right? You got food stamp, you got WIC and all of these things, but when addiction is in the play, you don't take advantage of those things.
Right.
You don't.
Right.
So we didn't have any of that, and we were living couch to couch, and it's this thing called Section 8, and that's where they'll pay your rent.
Yeah.
So our house on Section 8 came up, and we were trying to get there, but we didn't have anywhere to go until we got there. So that's when I was homeless. I can remember heading to a shelter one time in the snow with the baby in the stroller. She's just a few months old, with our bags and all of her things. And that time one of my cousins took us in. But anyway, the house came available. And so we were there, but we didn't have any furniture. We didn't have any refrigerator, stove, anything like that. And we were practically surviving off of the Big and Tasty hamburgers. You guys might not remember Big and Tasty was $1.
What you mean the Big and Tasty, the OG and all? I remember them burgers. I'm like, come on now.
Yeah, we were scraping up change to eat the Big and Tasty, and we ran out of formula, and someone got the bright idea to feed the baby some pet milk. And so we scraped up some change and went to the corner store. In St. Louis, they have corner stores. We went to the corner store and got a can of pet milk. She drank it fine, but we didn't have a refrigerator to keep it cold. But in the meantime, this beautiful white blanket of snow had covered the ground. And so we kind of like put some kind of covering on it. I don't know, a chip bag. I don't know what it was, but we covered it. And we just nestled it in the snow. And that's how we kept the pet milk fresh.
Wow.
And I remember just that snow had not been touched in the backyard. We're from the South. That snow was, we didn't
Yeah.
So we didn't touch that snow, but I just nestled that can in that snow. And that's how we survived. That was one of my low moments.
Yeah, we kind of laugh sometimes at the snow down here because we both grew up in the Midwest. I was born and raised in Michigan, just about 45 minutes outside of Detroit. You come from the Chicago and Iowa area, so to us when snow falls, we're kind of like, whew, glad we don't have to live in this stuff anymore.
No, interesting.
We're like freezing.
Yeah, I'm interested what she's like, you tell her stories of places like she says St. Louis. Okay, I know where St. Louis and East St. Louis is. Okay, I've been to both. I know about the corner stores and no, she's right. There was like every freaking block of corner store. But anyway, man, if you only knew my story, is hearing you just like I'm just like, wow. It's like, because I'm telling you, I know I was a single father with 3 of them. I was homeless. So it's like to hear you say that, and if you don't know what pet milk is, it's basically condensed milk.
Okay.
Yeah, because when people hear you say pet milk,
Yeah, I
they
was
think-
thinking literally for a pet.
Yeah,
like
see?
for a dog or a cat or something.
that's why I wanted to make sure he knew you weren't talking about pet. No, it's
Like a white can.
yeah, it has PET written on some white cans, condensed milk.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah,
all
so
right.
it's super sweet.
Right.
But no, I want to commend you for surviving that. That is one of the hardest things to do, knowing you're a parent and you're doing the best you can, and it still ain't the best.
Yeah.
It just
Yeah,
hurts.
that is.
It hurts. So yeah,
being homeless with 3 kids.
Right.
yeah.
So that
Yeah.
was big that you made it through that. I see the correlation with the pursuit of happiness now. Yeah.
Yeah. Now you had mentioned that obviously you've lived through foster care, homelessness, and on top of that very young teen pregnancy. I mean, really when you're just starting to step into trying to figure out the time that you should be stepping into starting to kind of figure out your identity and who you are. And now, that has to go to the back burner while you, bring a child into the world.
Well, she busy playing Beyonce.
Right.
Survivor.
What's something people get completely wrong about someone that comes from those situations?
I guess there's
Yeah, we lost a video of you. We can still hear. There you go. You're back now.
okay. I guess there's 2 things actually for girls.
Okay.
So teen mom. So I'll tell you 2 sides of it. For a teen mom, I think they get that like growing up, I would do the same things that regular girls were doing. So this time, like when I'm 16 and, doing the things that we do at 16 years old, I'm older now, they would label me as a, I don't know if I
Right.
can say it here, but,
No,
They-
I'm on the same. I already knew where you was going with that, but yeah, we got you.
yeah. So they would label me those promiscuous names.
Right.
I'm doing the same thing you're doing, but because I have a child, I'm a teen mom. Now I'm promiscuous,
Mm.
and maybe I am. I do say I was really delivered that type of life, but still that hurt because I'm doing the same thing you're doing, but you're calling me promiscuous.
Right. Right. Yeah.
And then the other thing, just coming up in poverty, people don't know, and they're surprised that you're intelligent,
Oh
There's
my
a lot-
God.
that you have goals and things, which I did not have any goals until my senior year. But they're surprised that you have a sense of intelligence.
Absolutely. I can understand that.
Yes.
Now you've also gone on even further to lead in schools and organizations. Fortune 500 companies. What's one leadership lesson you learned that no degree could teach you?
And I'm still a principal right now.
Awesome.
So I'm a school principal now. But
Well, don't send me to detention or anything for asking the wrong question. Okay. No, I'm kidding.
I actually recorded a leadership tip today to share with the world, and I'll give you a piece of that.
Okay.
As leaders, we like to navigate and gravitate toward the employees that are just like us,
Right.
Our greatness. But when you're building a team, you need to build a diverse team. People that have different creative ideas than you, people that have from different cultural backgrounds, people that are negative Nancy's. You need someone to push your thinking so that when you're planning, they can give you their negative story or reason why it can't work, and you can plan for that. Or maybe
Okay.
they're absolutely correct, and maybe it's not a good idea, but you don't just because they're such a negative person, you don't not allow them to be on the team. You should welcome them to be on the team.
That's
That
a-
was
I love the way you said that. You know what I mean? I always try to say educated, make it all clumpled up.
Right.
So I actually said that because me, it's like to have a conglomeration actually be successful. You have got to have a plethora of different characteristics and cogs.
Right.
That's how machines and corporations work.
Well, and it's so, like you said, it's so funny, and that's a great point. It's so funny that she mentions that because one of the things that I've always heard, of course, through life, and like we had mentioned earlier off air, pro wrestler, announcer, author.
is that, if you want to go anywhere, you want to surround yourself with, people that are like-minded, people that are successful, people that look for that abundance side. And when Soleil comes out and says, well, no, it actually is, good to have the negative Nancy on your
But
team.
you know why that is? I'm glad she said it, because here's the thing. I tell people all the time. One of the motivational speeches I wrote one about fuel. And I said, anybody that's a hater or a person that's negative towards you, that is your fuel for more greatness. Because look,
Yeah.
if everybody liked you, you would stay exactly where you are right now.
Right.
You would never push yourself to get better because everybody
I
likes you,
also
so you're the status quo.
to cultivate a team where people feel comfortable enough to
Yes.
disagree with them and to push their thinking. You don't want a team full of yes people. So with all due respect, I disagree with that decision, or I disagree with that plan, or and if you're corporately planning it, then they can give their input there.
Mhm.
But you have to be intentional about creating that environment where somebody feels safe to share that. Okay, let's push your thinking, and if you don't cultivate that, they won't do it, or they'll feel uncomfortable doing it. And so there can't be any intimidation by your team members. It can't be any retaliation and things like that. Because just think about it. Most of the time, sometimes you're the smartest person in the room, but not all the time you're going to be the smartest person in the room.
Right.
The smartest person in the room needs to feel comfortable with pushing your thinking, and that should be okay.
But what you're saying too is also a good thing, because the leader has to be the type of leader that can control all of that different melting pot of attitudes and of thinking processes. They have to be able to, and I love the way you said that. That's exactly what that is, because seriously, being a motivational speaker, that's one thing that when you focus or are skilled in motivational wording or culture building, that's one of the main key skills, what she was just talking about.
Absolutely.
Is learning how to make all those nuances work together.
Right. Diving in. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No. Please go ahead. I didn't mean to. Absolutely.
I read a book. I'm not sure who the author is, and this is not what he said. This is just in my words. But basically, he said, you are smart, right? And your team, each member is smart, but together, you guys are a genius.
Absolutely.
So
That's
make sure you're taking advantage of that geniusness.
Absolutely. That's a great way to put it, for sure. Diving a little bit into the prophecy of Harbor Joe Chrisley, it talks about a girl marked as chosen.
Yeah.
How much of Harbor Joe is inspired by parts of you that you might not normally show people?
Oh, wow. Much of her is actually inspired by me. So after you write a book and then it's edited and everything, and then you want to read your finished work, and you go through and you see, and I'm like, wow, that's so much like me. Oh, wow, that's so much like my mom. Oh, wow, that's so much like my friend, and you don't intentionally do it. Now, some nuggets are intentional. Like I call it, so I gave one of my sisters who has a deceased father, I actually named him a character. So, and I call that a little gift to her because now he lives forever. But a lot of her, even the prophecy. So, and it's not so much me, but my daughter. My daughter was prophesied about. Like my grandmother told my mother that I was pregnant. She had not seen me or anything. And she also told her that it was a girl.
Wow.
And I was pregnant and it was a girl, So that tidbit. But Harbor goes through a lot. She goes through a lot, and she continues to chase her dream. And that in itself, I think, mirrors my life quite a bit.
Absolutely. Now, sorry, I forgot my train of thought there. The white streak in her hair that was mentioned.
Yes.
What does that symbolize on a deeper level, especially for people who may feel different?
You reading that?
To me, this white streak, it symbolizes that you are different. No, you are chosen. You know it, you see it, you recognize it. But sometimes our lives, what's happening around us, it doesn't make us feel very chosen. But I know that I am, and God gives us all sometimes special dreams. He's given me a dream, and we see that, and we know what the Bible tells us, and we know that we're destined for greatness. But when you look around, it just doesn't look like it.
Right.
So every she's going through something, but she sees this white streak in her hair. And it just doesn't it doesn't feel like I'm chosen, but I know that I am.
And I that's a great segue there into this next question, because I've noticed, a lot with speaking with you, and of course with the book, that there is certainly that, spiritualness there also.
Yes.
A lot of people, at some point on your journey, I know I've gone through it and still go through it today, especially on your, your walk with God. A lot of
Yeah.
people here just trust God.
Yeah.
And that almost at times, feels easier said than done. I know there's been times when that's been said to me, and I'm like, yeah, that's easy for you to say. You don't see what I'm having to look at and deal with. So, there's those times where you hear that and you still feel stuck. What did trusting God actually look like for you in your lowest moment?
What did trusting God actually look like? Sometimes God is there and we don't know it.
Mm-hmm.
When I am speaking motivationally and I tell about when my daughter drank that pet milk and we didn't have a refrigerator or a stove or anything for food or to keep it anywhere, I thank God for the snow.
Amen.
To me, I see God in the snow.
Absolutely.
Just spent money on that pet milk. If we had nowhere to store it, we just would have been down. But the fact that it wasn't snowing at first.
Wow.
And it snowed. And I look at that as a gift from God. And I ask the audience, what's your snow? What are you missing? That was God, but trusting God is to continue going.
Mm-hmm.
Continue going. Many people, sometimes they think when I share my story that I'm glorifying teen pregnancy. No, I'm saving a life. Some people are about to give up.
Absolutely.
There are people putting babies in the trash can.
Yeah.
We don't do that. We want to deter them and show them that, hey, if you keep going, if you keep on going, God will still be there and you can make it through this and you can, become more than your wildest dreams.
Absolutely. So like your story blends faith, identity, and destiny.
Mhm.
Tell me, along your journey, were there in writing, the book, were there parts of this book that were emotionally hard for you to write?
Yes, it was. And it's related to being locked into the church. So I've been locked in for about 14 years now. I was in college and I needed a light bill paid. I prayed and God miraculously paid my extensions or anything. I still don't know how it's paid, but I said, Lord, if you get this paid, I'll serve you. And so I went to church after that, and the preacher just prophesied, and he's like, somebody, God wants me to tell you, I've heard you, and there's no turning back, right? And so I've been locked in since then. But once you're in, you get to see the good things and you get to see the bad things. So we
Absolutely.
get to see the shortcomings of the church and how we've strayed away, or maybe we never were in the area, but how we aren't hitting the bullseye of love the way Jesus wants us to love and embrace people. And there is a chapter and some scenes in the book where I am putting up a mirror to the church and I can see that stepping on some toes, but God called me to write this book, and I believe that He's proud of me for that. And it's basically showing that we should love with the love of Jesus and not the love that we've been giving.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yes.
What a great
Yes.
lesson.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah. Absolutely. Now you said you said your stories linger after the final page.
Hmm.
What's a question you want readers to ask themselves after finishing your book?
So, first of all, they're probably going to deny seeing themselves, but you can't deny it. If you're in there, you're in there. You see yourself in the characters. But what I would really like is debating. I
Hmm.
would really like conversations to be had, about the things that I've spoken about that may be taboo or may be controversial. But I know that they are rooted in Christ, or, I know that they're rooted in good things. But I want those conversations to be had.
Okay.
you know, and everybody that's giving a review, they're like, we're ready for part two. Where's the next book? We're ready for it. So that's what I would like to happen. Right now, the debates aren't really happening because nobody wants to put out spoilers.
Right.
But after a certain amount of time, we'll just put it out there and we'll be talking about some of the things that are happening in the book. And that's what I would like to happen.
Okay, very cool, very cool. Let me ask you this. Speaking about having those conversations and everything and those debates, what would you say is the difference between someone who wants change and
hmm
someone who actually transforms?
The only difference is steps.
Okay.
Steps. The person that wants change is not taking any steps. They just want the change. But do they really want it if you're not taking the steps to it?
Right.
And sometimes it may just be ignorance. Some people don't know, like, we're partners with God. That's what my cousin taught me yesterday. And basically, that just means faith without works is dead, right? So you can believe God for something, but you have to be the one to start the business. You have to go register your LLC. You have to get on stage and speak. You have to be and put your radio set on and start broadcasting. You have to do that. So we have to do our part. And that's the transformational part. Just one change. Like, I'm making jokes right now on social media because I want to lose 30 pounds. Cheeseburgers. I'm not working out like I should. So I want that. That's something I truly want. But I'm not going to be transformed until I actually do it.
Understand. Understand.
So, question: I had what I called I had writer's mirror syndrome. It's a thing I came up with, and what that
Okay.
is when you're doing your book, did you like when you're writing, you're writing. It's like you write, you write, you write. Everybody says like life's like an open book. People are gonna write things in it. You're gonna rip pages that you're not gonna use. So literally, for a term for a writer, you literally do that. You write things like, okay, I want. So as you got ready to publish the book, when you went back, that's when I usually get that writer thing. As I said, the writer's thing, because I'm reading the book like, wait a minute, how's this person gonna perceive this? And so I went from putting the book out to now pushing the book back because I'm looking at it like, oh my God, do I want to put that out? Have you ever had that happen before to where you thought you were completely ready, and then after reading it, you're like, okay, wait a minute, let me change this, change, because I know there's a lot of, you go through that rough draft, then you go through that read over, then you go through that what you call the final cut. You're like, oh, this is it. Then you go back and read again, like, oh, wait a minute. So have you ever do you have that happen sometimes?
Yeah, and I just fall in love every time. Of more and more and more. And my only concern was that I was wondering if my story was rushed, if I was not putting enough into it, because it's a 1 day read. So you can sit down and hopefully, and this is what they're chapter after chapter after chapter, you don't want to put it down. And before you know it, you're finished. People are finishing in roughly about 6 hours. It just depends on your reading speed. But
Wow.
um, there have been times for me that, especially with the controversial things I was just speaking to you about, that should I put that in there? You know, maybe I should take that out. But I'm straying from people pleasing
Mhm.
and
Mhm.
God. And so because of that, everything stayed in the book.
Absolutely. Absolutely. One final question for you before we wrap up here. If everything that you've built disappeared tomorrow,
hmm
what part of your identity would still remain untouched?
Oh, wow. My personality and the things that I desire. A person like me would actually be thankful. It is crazy and it sounds backwards, but it's the truth. So if everything was stripped from me, you know, the money, um, the degrees, the house, everything, it would be perfect because I really want to be like, I want a chicken, a turtle, I want dogs everywhere. We can't have dogs because we're leasing, and sometimes I miss some of my kids' school stuff because I'm the principal, and so I have to be at school for other people's kids' school stuff. And just to have all that stripped away, I would actually be excited, but that's just my personality. So that's what would be there.
I understand. Absolutely. Great answer, for real. Seriously. Before we go, anything else from you, Ontario?
No, I just thought this is a great interview. I'm glad I got to sit down and talk to somebody that I got something in kin with, as far as like knowing what it's like to come from that and then actually live a success. You are a success.
Yeah.
I was always a black sheep, but the black sheep is a person that is marked for success. Like you were talking about the hair. I was a black sheep for a reason, because I was marked for success, and I can't hang around everyone else because I was not made for that group.
Understand? Yeah, man.
So to see someone else that is forged that way is awesome.
That's awesome.
I commend you for everything you did. It's awesome.
Absolutely. Well, man, that is what that's what we're about right here on Rich and the People, man. Real stories, real growth, and real perspective. Huge shout out to Soleil Hartwell for coming through. Thank you so much for. Absolutely. Thank you for not just talking about success, but breaking down the journey, the struggle, and the purpose behind it all. Please, everybody, make sure you go check out her book, The Prophecy of Harbor Joe Chrisley. It is available now. And tap in with her on social media. As always, if this conversation hit you, please be sure to share it out, let everybody know, and share it with someone who needs it. And, of course, we will definitely catch you all on the next episode of Rich and the People. Go ahead, man.
And I'm so happy because I've been trying to make sure that I culture my brother here. And for the fact you said pet milk, is just thank you. Because now he knows some other things about me, so I appreciate that.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us. As you continue your journey, please stay in touch with us. If you'd ever like to come back on, we'd certainly love to have you.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you much. Take care. Bye-bye. All right, everybody. Oh, jeez. It's Monday. What can I say? I don't know what's going on, everybody. This is not how this normally goes. We're gonna start back over. Work on it more tomorrow. We'll see what's going on. Oh well, now I sound normal. All right, again, I don't know if y'all can hear me or not. I gotta work on this, see what's going on with the system, and we'll be back tomorrow. Thank you all for joining us. Hope you enjoyed that interview, Soleil. I'm gonna try and re-air that tomorrow with you. When we have the sound issues figured out. Again, I apologize. It's Monday after spring break. Apparently, that's the way everything's going to go today. Y'all take care. Have a good one. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more Rich and the People.